Hello, and welcome to another episode of How to Take a Break, the podcast. I am PM Kester coming at you early in the morning to talk to you about love, and I'm going to give you 3 ways to love your life right now. Go grab your beverage of choice. I have water. Get your notepad or just put on your listening ears and let's get into this episode. All right, so it is early in the morning and I'm recording this video. I am actually on my way to have breakfast with a friend, so I have to get ready and get myself together. But I have been thinking a lot about the type of love-related content that's my theme for the month that I want to put out this month. So last week, thank y'all for watching that video. I see that the views are going up on it. I talked about kind of recognizing how I needed to love on myself more, and that spurred my trip to San Juan, Puerto Rico. This week, I wanted to talk about ways to love your life. And what spurred this content is that there's so much conversation around living a life of ease or falling in love with yourself and kind of romanticizing your life. And I was like, well, what does that mean for me? And just what does loving your life in general mean? Like, what are some ways that I have found have helped me take a break to love my life? So these are 3 things that I thought about. And number one thing that helped me kind of love my life, fall in love with my life, is meditation on happiness. And I will just say meditation in general. Some of the things I usually meditate on is kindness and peace. So those things that kind of bring in, I feel, center my mind and my body against negativity. But the turning point for me, and I can't remember if I did a video about this or if it was on Instagram, where I talked about all this drama that was going on with the job that I'm currently in now. I just moved to a new position at my 9 to 5, and it was like everything was coming against me trying to get this position. People were trying to block certain things. I was working 2 jobs because, petty. And I literally sat on my back porch one night because I was feeling stressed, just all sorts of life and job and stuff, and turned on my Peloton app and did a 5-minute happiness meditation by, I think it's Chelsea Roberts. Chelsea does yoga on Instagram, and was almost in tears. And I felt myself smiling, but I was in tears. Like, that unlocked something in me. And then right after that, I got the call that stuff had been finalized for me to have this job. Paperwork was moving. And so after that, I just kind of made it a practice that I got up every morning and started doing the happiness meditation for that week. And I feel that mindset is key to the shift in loving your life. If your mind is shrouded in pessimism, if it's shrouded in negativity, you're not going to love anything about yourself, let alone your life. And so to fall in love with your life as a way to love your life, you have to make sure that your mind is right. And I think meditation is the key for that. So I'm going to generally just write down meditate on happiness, but just meditate on something positive, and you will see the shift. Number 2, 3 ways to love your life. Number 2, gratitude journal. I know I have talked about this in one of the Vlogmas videos. Something else I started doing last year. I was already doing scripting, which was like writing this positive stuff about my life as if it had already happened. And then I got to a point where I felt something click in my life, and I felt I needed to do more. And so then I tried to make it a daily practice where I would write down 3 things that I was grateful for. And I try to start my day with it, but some days get a little crazy. So I try to, at least before I go to bed, if I have not written those 3 things that I'm grateful for, I try to do that before I go to bed. and one that shows me that even my worst days are not as bad as they may have felt. There's always something to be grateful for. It's also something, again, this is a way to love your life. And I've found myself looking back at previous journal days. Like sometimes I'll go and be like, okay, today's the 17th. What was I grateful for on the 17th of last month? And I just find myself just finding ways to smile and looking at those things I'm grateful for. And just really like loving where I'm at. Even if it's not the most perfect place, I'm still just like, man, I'm really accomplishing things. I really have a lot to be grateful for, to be thankful for. And it's just an amazing feeling. Finally, number 3. 3 ways to love your life. Say yes to you. And I feel like I need to go a little bit deeper on that. I thought a lot about this when I was in San Juan. How so many times as mothers, we put everyone else ahead of ourselves, especially our kids, right? And so many times there's stuff that we want to do and we find ourselves pushing it off and to be like, can't do that right now. I'm a mother. Guess it's going to have to be years from now. And even if your kids are not in the home, I was talking to someone whose parents were basically empty nesters and they were going through like this lost feeling. And I want that to stop. I want us to start saying yes to ourselves more. And once you start saying yes to yourself more, you'll notice that you love your life more because you're living life openly and freely and without regrets. If you really want to go to a wine tasting and there's no one to go with you, go by yourself. I did that for Valentine's Day and I had the best time. I'd always wanted to go to this wine tasting at this restaurant. I knew other people couldn't go because, you know, they were in relationships. They had kids and stuff like that. And, you know, there was a part of me, you know, years ago who would have been like, oh, that's okay. I'll just wait until we can do this together. And I've stopped doing that because number 1, tomorrow's not promised to any of us. And 2, I don't want to leave any life on the table. If it's something that I can do by myself, I'm not going to be afraid of it. I think we've all faced a bunch of stuff. Well, I know we faced stuff. We faced COVID. You faced COVID during a period of time where like over 1 million people died and you are still here. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go on the trip by yourself. Go to the wine tasting by yourself. Go sit at a bar by yourself. It's going to be okay. It unlocks a different level of confidence in you, and then that's going to unlock this freedom in you. Okay, y'all, I was running out of time, but thank you for watching. Drop something in the comments and let me know what ways you have shown yourself that you love your life. Like, what do you do to love your life? And let me know if this list resonates with you because I want to hear from it. Those 3 ways to love your life again are meditate, gratitude journal, say yes to you. I'm getting ready to go. Thank you for watching.